Good afternoon, welcome to Liverpool, welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. This afternoon we are back on board with Avanti West Coast, travelling from here in the northwest down to England's capital of London. The difference being this time we are not on board one of their Pendolinos, but we are on board one of their Class 800s. With all that said, let's head back up to the station, find the lounge, find our platform and catch our train down to London. I'll see you a little later on. Bye for now. Hello, good afternoon and welcome to a very windy Liverpool. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. You currently join me as I'm making my way back to the city's main station, Liverpool Lime Street, from the River Mersey. Liverpool is of course well known not only for its sporting achievements through the city's main football club, but for music as well, most notably the Fab Four, where the Beatles were formed. There's many references to the band throughout the city, including the statue located by the waterfront. It was commissioned in 2015 and is a celebration of 50 years since the band's last concert in Liverpool. Liverpool Lime Street is the main station serving the city. It was opened on August 1836 and is the oldest still operating Grand Terminus mainline station in the world. A branch of the West Coast Main Line, which we'll be travelling on today, terminates at the station, as does the original Liverpool and Manchester Railway. The station is used by a number of operators. East Midland offers services to Nottingham, Sheffield, Peterborough and Norwich, TransPennine to Manchester, Hull, Newcastle and Glasgow. London North Western offers services to Birmingham New Street. Northern operate to a wide range of destinations across the northwest. Avanti West Coast to London Euston via Runcorn, Stafford, Tamworth, Milton Keynes, Watford Junction to name a few, and Transport for Wales to Chester and Wrexham General. On the main concourse you'll find all the station's facilities, including large departure screens, stand-alone ticket machines, access to Merseyrail's underground station, and a number of shops, cafes and eateries. Avanti's first class lounge can be found near platform 6 up these stairs. It offers nice views of the concourse below and a bit of peace and quiet from the hustle and bustle of a mainline station. Hot and cold drinks are available along with some light snacks. Today I am on the 1308 service departing from platform number 6. So on to today's rolling stock, which is a 7-car long Class 807. Constructed between 2021 to the present, they were manufactured by Hitachi Rail. They have been in service since October 2024 and they form part of the A-Train family. A total of 3 are currently in service, with a further 7 either on order or being constructed. Along with 13 Class 805Bs, they will replace Avanti West Coast's Class 221 Voyager fleet. Top speed is 125 miles per hour or 200 kilometers per hour. Okay, time to hop on board. Seat configuration in first class is a 2+1 formation and seat reservations are mandatory. As we have a little bit of time before departure, we'll take a quick look around the seat and the first class coach. Legroom, as expected, is brilliant. There is a large fold down tray table and wireless charging. Power can be found underneath the armrest to the left. That consists of one UK standard 3-pin plug socket and a USB port. To the right and underneath the seat you'll find the controls to the seat's half-decent recline. And the right hand armrest is adjustable. Up top you've got a coat hook, electronic seat reservations, and a full window blind. Lastly, I found the seat to be quite hard and not very comfortable at all, although the winged leather headrest did give it a bit of quality. There is space in first class for wheelchair users and passengers with limited mobility. Larger items, but not suitcase sizes, can be stored at the end of each carriage, whilst there's plenty of space for smaller items in the racks above the seats. There is also an information screen detailing next station arrival time and journey progression. The last thing to do prior to departure is to check out today's route. Departure from Liverpool Lime Street was bang on time at 13:08. Travel time to London is just under 2.5 hours, and we are due to arrive into the capital later this afternoon at 15:32.
Same as the rest of the train. As already mentioned, you're going on board shopping Coastie, which is already...
Shortly after departure, a drinks menu is given. To access the food menu, just scan the QR code. Alternatively, if you do not have access to a smartphone, a normal menu can be requested from the onboard host. Prior to our first stop of the day, which is Runcorn, we cross the River Mersey. The Ethelfleda Bridge carries the railway, whilst the Silver Jubilee Bridge carries the A533. The first stop of the day, and based on the south banks of the River Mersey, is the cargo port and industrial town of Runcorn. Its location between Liverpool and Manchester and its links to the rail, motorway and canal networks make Runcorn a centre for manufacturing, logistics and wholesale and retail. About half an hour in, lunch was served. I opted for the ploughman's, which consisted of a Scotch egg, a pickled onion, some cheese, including a cheddar and a red Leicester, sun-dried tomatoes, a chutney and some crackers, which was of course washed down with another beer. Okay, time to stretch your legs and have a little wander and to check out the loos. There is an accessible toilet in first class which is near to the wheelchair spaces, while standard toilets can be found throughout the rest of the train. Everything was spotlessly clean, well maintained, well stocked and worked as intended. Next up is Lichfield Trent Valley, which is one of two stations, the other being Lichfield City, that serves the Staffordshire city. The station is 1 mile from Lichfield city centre and bears the name Trent Valley, as the line on the lower level was opened by Trent Valley Railway, which ran between Rugby and Stafford. Next up, and still in the county of Staffordshire, is our penultimate stop of the day, Tamworth. Opened in 1839, Tamworth is a split-level railway station. It's also an interchange between two main lines, those being the cross-country route and the Trent Valley section of the West Coast Main Line. The station has 4 platforms. Platforms 1 and 2 are on the lower level and serve the West Coast Main Line, and crossing over these is platforms 3 and 4 on the higher level, serving the cross-country route. A massive thank you to my patrons for their continued support and contributions. Dr. Paul Harper, Madame Dorothy Chieli, Gary Clark, Peter Harrison, Stormhammer Firebrand, Ken and John. Wembley Stadium in the distance, which is of course home to England's national football team. As we are now fast approaching our final destination of London Euston, I'll take a moment to summarise this video, but do remember that these are just my own opinions. Firstly, you can't fault Avanti West Coast for their onboard complimentary catering and first class experience. From arriving at the station, to the lounge, to the food and drink on offer and to the friendliness of the staff, it is probably the best in the UK. You certainly do get what you pay for, and at times it can be quite pricey. Talking of pricey, so what did this journey cost? This journey cost just over £82 with a rail discount of a third. For a journey of 2.5 hours, I did find it fairly good value for money. That said, when I was doing research for this trip and booking, some earlier prices were coming in at well over £150, which quite frankly is extortionate. As for the Class 807, despite the seats not being the best or the most comfortable, the ride quality was very good, the journey was smooth and the coach was quiet, but it's not for me. Unfortunately, the Pendolinos, the Class 390s, are by far better in my opinion. Yes, they may be a lot older, but the seats are by far more comfortable and the lighting in the coach offers a by far better relaxed vibe. So would I recommend? Absolutely. Yes, Avanti West Coast can be expensive, but if you're not fixed to a certain time of travel and staying outside of peak hours, you can find some cheap fares. And with that, the complimentary offerings and the experience as a whole, in my opinion, it is very much worthwhile. So with all that said, the last thing for me to do is to welcome you all to London. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you are new to the channel or haven't yet, then please do hit that subscribe button. But until our paths cross again, until next time, do take care, stay safe. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Good up.